Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channels. I'm very sorry that I haven't been posting for quite some times after I finished Pac-Man, and I still need to beat the classic Pac-Man mode to get the platinum, but I switched my PS5 to the PS4 back so I can finish a couple of games because I noticed that there are some PS4 games that are better played on the actual hardware of the PS4. So I need to finish a couple of PS4 games, then I'm gonna make a transfer to everything from my PS4 and PS5 and call my PS4 it's flowers, I should say. So I would like to update what have I been doing almost for the past 2 months or so. I've been trying to complete some games. Like yesterday I completed it, Blades of Time. I completed it on normal with all of the treasures. So now I need to beat it again to get the platinum, beat it on hard mode, and find all of the treasures again and a couple of miscellaneous trophies, and hopefully I'll get the platinum. It's not bad. It's quite good. I'm surprised they haven't done a collection with Blaze of Time and X-Blade. Speaking of X-Blade, after I platinum Blaze of Time, I'm gonna play X-Blade for the first time. Now, maybe I should have played this one than Blaze of Time, but I don't know. I decided to play Blaze of Time first because I think this game's trophies needs much more focus, whilst Blaze of Time is much straightforward and fun, but there are some stuff in this game, as the trophy guide suggested, that you need to be careful of, depending on the good or bad ending on some specifics. So yeah, looking forward to play this, and I'm surprised why they haven't re-released it remastered for the consoles yet. I'm not sure. I think Blaze of Time is available on the Switch. I found out yesterday, and I think on Steam there's like an HD update remaster for Blaze of Time. So I'm shocked why they haven't sent a remaster of it, because it looks really good. It plays well. Uh, what have I been doing? Wow, last time, the last platinum that I got was Red Faction Gorilla. Oh my god, I got this collection like 4 months ago and decided to play Gorilla. My god, that game is so amazing. The destruction. I've never played a game like this that has so many good destruction. And also this amazing collection, it comes 2 discs for both Red Faction games, Guerrilla and Armageddon. I haven't started Armageddon yet, but it looks like an Uncharted third-person shooter type of thing. It looks fun, but I think Red Faction Guerrilla is so awesome. And it comes with a DLC. Don't bother getting the code. I already did the code, but amazingly the code still works. Does it have? I think when I redeemed it, it says. Does it have a specific date? I remember when I. Oh yeah, right here it says code works until 2064. Wow, they don't make them like they used to. So yeah, if you find this amazing collection, get it, because this is the first time I play Red Faction. I'm trying to get into the series. So far I played Guerrilla and Red Faction 1 and 2, the PS2 editions, I believe. Yes, they come in digital with the DLCs for both games, Guerrilla and Armageddon. So this is a very worthwhile pickup. I got the platinum for Guerrilla finally. The online was so grindy, but the big group that I was with we stuck to each other until the end. So that's why you haven't heard of me for a very long time, because I was really busy with Armageddon. I mean, Gorilla. Super awesome game. I will definitely play the remastered of Gorilla. Looking forward to it, but later I need to take a break because that game really took my patience. There are like challenges. Oh my god, the destruction challenges were something. The transporter. You must not destroy any bridge, especially the big ones. You need those bridges. Maybe when I later play the remastered, I'll do a full walkthrough of it, but maybe next year, not now. I'm trying to complete some games. And what I'm currently trying to get the platinum at is Grid 2019. Now, this game, I think sadly, this got delisted. So I'm happy that I have the disc. I'm playing it. I completed the main game, but the only stupid trophy that it's left for me to get the platinum is the around the world trophy, which is like you have to accumulate the driving distance kilometers at the same amount as the circumference of the earth, which is like 24K, I think, kilometers. So yeah, that's the only stupid trophy that I have remaining to get the platinum for this game. It's not bad. It's okay for a racing game. It's a sim type of game. So, and I have Grid Legends, but I need to complete this one first. Oh my god! After I get the platinum for this, I'm not touching it again because of that stupid grinding trophy. Okay, that's what I've been doing lately to give you people an update on where I've been hiding at. I'm not hiding, I'm just busy playing games and helping out other people too. Like I was helping people for a couple of fighting games, King of Fighters 98, 2002 for some specific trophies. And thanks to that friend that I got introduced to, now we're gonna do both of us. We're gonna do King of Fighters 15 online, both on PS4 and PS5. So glad I met him. We're gonna have fun with it. So my main focus in this video to get some content more, like I said, I'm gonna show off some of my collections. So I'm gonna start with my horror and hack and slash collection that I currently have. Some of them I haven't played them yet, so let's get started. Again, Blades of Time is a really good game. Oops, that's X-Blade. Here it is. It's really fun. I loved it. Can't wait to platinum both games. Okay, so let's start with the hack and slash section of my collection. I have Stellar Blade on PS5. I haven't opened it yet, but of course I really like hot chicks that can kick ass, so it's up in my alley of my hack and slash games that I prefer. And I'll show you now my collection to give you an understanding what I'm really at. So, first up, Stellar Blade. Looking forward to play that soon. Of course, since we mentioned Stellar Blade, we cannot go wrong with Bayonetta. I had this particular game ever since it came out on PS3, and I still love it. Now, sadly, Bayonetta 2 and 3, I think it's called developed by Nintendo, and it's still ever since the Wii U and Switch. They haven't really made. I'm not sure if it's possible in the future if it's gonna be ported, but since I think Kamiya recently left Platinum Games, so it's really sad. Not sure what's gonna happen with Bayonetta. So this is one of my part of my hack and slash collection. What else? I haven't played this one yet, but I know it's the best of the series and probably the hardest if I'm gonna aim it for the platinum. Oh boy, Devil May Cry 5. And it's not the special edition. Was there a physical of the special edition? I need to hunt it down later, but yeah, I have this one. Looking forward to play it later because I have most of the Devil May Cry games, but I'm gauging up by the difficulty that I earned the platinum. So this is definitely one of the craziest and hardest to platinum. I know for sure because it can get wild. But we're amazed that we even got Devil May Cry back in action, even Animusha, which I'm gonna get into part of the survival horror collection. So yeah, I'm looking forward to play this somehow what in the future when I catch up with my Devil May Cry games that I'm trying to platinum. Cause here's Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, and here's the original PS3 release. So yeah, now this game, if you're gonna aim for the platinum, things here can get very crazy. Maybe it's not as hard as 5, but I know Bloody Palace can be very troublesome. So I haven't got fully into it yet. I did play it originally on PlayStation 3. I really loved Nero's power. Of course, when you play Dante on the other half of the game, I know Dante's ability is so awesome, but since the levels is kind of the opposite of Nero, it's like a repeat, so it's kind of blandish. But thankfully for the Bloody Palace and the enhanced PS4 edition, you can show off more of Dante's power in Bloody Palace because he is the best character in the game when you know how to use him. And I need to get into using Trish because she is my Migo. هاي وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. معلش أنا أفضل أتكلم إنجليزي لأنه أغلبية الجمهور عندي أجانب، وغير أصلا كده أنا أحب أتكلم إنجليزي لأنه أنا حتى في البلاي ستيشن في الأونلاين أنا بلعب مع أجانب تروفي هانتر وكده، فأغلبيتهم 99% كلهم أجانب، فأنا متعود أتكلم إنجليزي. Alright, so next in my collection is DMC, the bullshit black sheep of the series. I have both. The original PS3 game and the enhanced version. Now, I haven't played this yet because I haven't platinumed this one yet. And this one is harder because of mechanics that they enhanced in the PS4 version. So when this came out, I played the demo. It was alright. Gameplay wise, it is solid. Story wise, not so much. Even though it's handled by a different American developer, Ninja Theory, was it? Ninja Theory, right? I think it's Ninja Theory. So yeah. Okay, if we're gonna talk specifics, if it's made, the American team that made this game, they made a hell of an action game. Don't get me wrong, but as far as Devil May Cry, it's not the best. I mean, this is the worst fucking Dante in history. Fuck this Dante. But I haven't played this one yet. When I get to platinum this one, and it can be a bit hectic, I know for sure. But when I get to play this one, maybe by that time I'll judge overall on the DMC series. But of course, it's not as good as the mainline series for sure. And you cannot go wrong with the classics. Oh boy, how I love them so much. The classics, Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3. Of course, this is the original PS3 edition with all of the 3 games. And I do have the trilogy pack on PS2 as well. And of course, this is again, the remastered collection for PS4. So I love this so much. Like personally, since I love Shinji Mikami and Resident Evil, Devil May Cry 1 is personally my favorite. You can check out on my channel. I have a playthrough for Devil May Cry 1 from normal to must die. And I had a very good playthrough for Trish and Dante for Devil May Cry 2. I need to do Devil May Cry 3 because I stopped, I took a break, a very long break. So when I get into Devil May Cry 3 and get the platinum, which is not bad, I did it before on P3, that is. So that's why you understand that when I need to get better on Devil May Cries and get the platinums, I have to start from bottom to the top, because the later entries, the more harder it gets. I know that for sure. So you cannot never ever go wrong with these. Like if you want to get into Devil May Cries, get the main collections. And Devil May Cry 5, it's the absolute monster of a game. So glad it came back better than ever, and it got a Netflix series, and I haven't watched it yet. I did watch the original anime from the early 2000s, the one with the Dante with the strawberry sundae, that one. All right, now this one, I have it, and I got it for $43, but I'm keeping it sealed because I don't know, it can fetch a good price. Deadpool on PS3, new, sealed, OEM. Now, maybe sometime I will open this game and play it. Platinum wise, I know on hard mode it's gonna be a little bit bullshit, but I know there's a PS4 remaster of this one. I saw it when I was in Germany with what's that Sega game that had a collection for the PS3? What's that game again? This is not crossing my mind. Splatterhouse. Yeah, Splatterhouse. I saw a used Splatterhouse with a used PS4 Deadpool. That was before the pandemic when I was in Frankfurt, Germany. There's a cool place called Foxter Games. I saw both of them there, and till this day, I regret not picking them up because I wanted to play Splatterhouse, but of course it's one of those a bit expensive games. So is Deadpool. So as of now, I'm keeping it sealed. I have a lot of backlogs. I'm keeping it sealed for now. But I'm looking forward to play it. And if I can find the PS4 edition and play that as well, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, it's one of those hefty, expensive games, and looking forward for Wolverine on PS5 when that comes out. Almost halfway on my hack and slash collection. I have Lollipop Chainsaw, the original PS3 version. This came out during the PS3 360 era. It's a lovely game. Like at the beginning, it might be a bit stiff, but when you unlock some of the actions for Julium, the game will get better. Platinum wise, it was quite fun. A bit challenging, but it was quite fun. And speaking of which, since this is the PS3, I also have the PS5 remaster. I'm gonna open it soon, and I'm gonna play it on my channel in the future. Although I'm not sure of the recent YouTube violence type of what you might call it, the restrictions on the YouTube channels for type of violence and torture and stuff. I want to add it to my channel, but we'll see. Will I get copy striked? I'm not sure. We'll see. So yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw, very awesome game, very funny. Definitely, if you haven't played this, get the remastered on the PS5, and it's available on Switch as well. All right, so No More Heroes. So this is the PS3 version of No More Heroes, which was originally a Wii game, and I have both No More Heroes 1 and 2, and I do have the Santa Destroy editions by Limited Run. I'm gonna show off my Limited Run collections later. So now for the PS3 edition of this game, of the first game of No More Heroes, there is a section of the map that has been cut off completely from the game, and they rework some of the cars and stuff and everything. Uh, Gameplay wise, I do believe the Wii version plays better than this. It needs to get a little bit used to, but it's okay on PS3. I loved it, but it's not as good as the PS3. All the visuals and the character models and everything, it is better on this edition. But overall, the Wii for No More Heroes 1 and 2 is the best editions that I've played. And I have the Japanese edition. Why do I have the Japanese edition sealed? Because I'm a trophy hunter and I'm gonna get the trophies list platinum for the Japanese edition. So it's gonna be a bit late to play it. I'm not sure this is a hack and slash, but it is kind of a mecha game, but I put it on my hack and slash collection anyway, which is Zone of the Enders collection. Now, I am a mecha type of person. I am an anime lover, but as far as mecha anime or super robot animes, of course, since I'm in Saudi Arabia, Grandizer is probably our number one super robot series that we love here. But of course, there is Macross. We do love Mazinger, Mazinger Z, Mazin Kaiser. And I recently, like, when I said I'm a collector for anime and I've been buying some of the discotheque media, I do have Gunbuster. I've watched that series for the first time through that Blu-ray, and I love it. I love it so much. I have maybe a couple of Super Robot war games, but I don't have all of them, and most of them are Japanese anyway. So, but the series is awesome, especially the cameos from all of the series and such that get mashed together into the tactical RPG aspect. So regarding Zone of the Enders, I've never played them on PS2 originally. So of course, I have this one ever since it came out, and of course, being a Metal Gear fan, I've never thought Kojima would be so into the super robot genres as well. So I decided to give this a try. The first one, maybe the cutscenes, even in this edition, feels really outdated, but it plays good. It plays fine. The second one, it plays better. It's much better than the first one overall, but I do like it in my collection. But sadly, I'm not sure why they haven't did a remaster on PS4 or PS5 yet. I'm not sure if there's a big following for it, but if it comes out in a remastered form, I would buy it again and get the platinum from it again for both games. Okay, so this is part one of my hack and slash games. Hold on. Don't want them to fall off. So my other half of action hack and slash games. Okay, so let's start again. I have this one and I haven't opened them yet. It's the Bayonetta and Vanquish double pack collection on PS4. So yeah, I also have Vanquish on PS3, but I haven't completed it yet. It's awesome, and it can be very brutal on harder difficulties. Like you have to really get a good hang on to the game. I haven't platinum it yet, but I'm looking forward to, because that's why I haven't opened this one yet, because when I platinum the PS3 version of Vanquish, I'll get into this disc. So of course, being a Bayonetta fan, I am aware of Bayonetta and how it plays from my experience, so I'm not new to it. Oh boy, now this game I haven't platinum it yet, and this is hardcore to the bone, which is Metal Gear Rising. Wow, ever since it came out, when I played the demo, it was quite something. And it still is, even with the metal soundtrack and everything, and the story and the characters and the over the top action. I'm super surprised they haven't brought this game back yet. It deserves a comeback. Yeah. I haven't platinumed it yet because of the hardest difficulty. But then I left it, and it's been so many years I haven't got back into it. Maybe when I get back into Devil May Cry and get my focus up with these type of games, I'll get into Metal Gear Rising. Definitely worth it though, for the hack and slash collection. Ah boy, now here's a series that I have, but haven't got into it yet. Why? Because I'm trying to platinum the Devil May Cry games, because these are harder. And when I say harder than Devil May Cry games, you know what's coming up. You know what it is. One, two, three. Yep. I need more of them though. I'm missing a couple, but yes. I'm talking about the Ninja Gaiden series. I have them, but I haven't played them yet. Now, oh boy. Maybe some of you guys who got into Ninja Gaiden, they say is the most balls to the walls, really hard um, hack and slash games of all time. Maybe that's why I'm afraid I haven't touched them yet. So, because I'm trying to get into Devil May Cry first to platinum them. So this is the Master Collection, and I think there's a new release. There is the update for 2, I think, or whatever, and there's a new game. So Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma 1 and 2, these two. Now I do know that these two are not as hard as the Xbox one, because notoriously I think the Xbox versions of Ninja Gaiden are much harder than the Sigma ones. I think Sigma ones here that I have are a bit toned down from what I read, so one day I'll get into them. But since I like hack and slash and I like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta and such, I have to have it in my collection. When I play them, when I finish platinum in my Devil May Cry remaining games that I have, I still have 2 DMC games, Devil May Cry 4, PS4, which is gonna be fucking brutal. Then Devil May Cry 5, which is one of the hardest platinums, I think, and it is the hardest platinum for a Devil May Cry game. Okay, now this game is fun. I haven't fully completed it yet, which is Asura's Wrath. Now this is quite something. At the beginning, when they released this, I didn't like it, but when I tried the demo and fell in love with it, I decided to get it. I haven't completed it 100% yet. It's not that bad. Maybe the final boss can be a bit cheap, but... And there is the DLC. I did buy the DLC before. I think they removed it from the store. So yeah, I need to get back into it. But also glad I have it in my collection. And amazingly, why they haven't continued it, made a new game out of this ever since the PS3, I'm not sure. Now here's a game. I haven't fully completed it yet as well, which is Anarchy Reign. This is a sequel to what's that game again? I have it on my Wii collection. I haven't played it in a long time. Where is it? Hold on. Can I get it? Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Don't fall, Luigi. Sorry, folks. Here it is, Mad World, the previous game on the Wii, which this is the sequel, which is not bad overall. So yeah, I think I still prefer this game more, Mad World. It's one of those really, really brutal games on the Wii. I'm still shocked this got made into the Wii. And since I mentioned No More Heroes, here are the Wii editions that I mentioned that I have and that I proudly own. Oh my god, this game is amazing. The second one is so good. But yeah, Mad World. I prefer Mad World over this game in general. But since if you love the series, play it, why not? Also a good addition for my hack and slash collection. Sorry, Luigi. I have a bunch of amiibos there up on my GameCube and Wii corner at the top of my bookcase. So yeah, Anarchy Reigns, it's not too bad. Nah, I haven't got the platinum for it yet. There is like a good playthrough, a bad playthrough, good ending, bad ending. I think it has something like that, so if we're gonna talk platinum wise, so yeah. Gameplay wise, it's fun. Needs a little used to, but it's fun. There is a Bayonetta DLC, but I think sadly it's only like a character that you can use only in online, so it's not like, oh boy, if she was playable in the main game, I would have gotten that DLC. Other than that, I didn't care. Now here's something that I fell in love with, and I didn't expect it to be that good, even though maybe some people say it's quite mediocre-ish, a bit grindy to 100% platinum, but it was fun overall. I'm talking about Drakengard 3. I really, 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 really love Zero. She's quite hot actually. Now this game, oh boy, I do not recommend this game for kids, in general, ever. Gameplay wise, it's okay. Maybe it's on the mid or upper mid type of game in general as far as the combat goes and everything. Story wise, expect from Yoko Taro his genius twisted minds and really some sexual touches in his games, but overall this is, I think, I'm not those type of people who say, oh, this is rare, this is rare, this is rare, but this on maybe a little bit on the rare side. Not as much as Folklore, which I have on my RPG collections that I'm gonna show later, but Yeah, overall this game, and of course like Yoko Taro games, wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uh, it has multiple endings, and the platinum for this one is so painful because of the final ending. I remember the final boss for this game where you have to, what was the dragon again? His name? Miguel? Where you have to fly around the final boss statue boss thing, and there is like a musical rhythmic section of a final boss. I haven't played something like this, and I wish I had never played something like that again, because on the last quarter of the boss you have to sync the audio tune when the screen is black, total black. I swear to you, I did not do that and got the platinum without the help of a YouTube video that I ran as I play, so I can complete that section. I have to say, even though I like Samyu Taro's idea, but that final boss for the final ending, that was total bullshit. If they decide to bring back this game, I'll tell them please change the final boss for the final ending. Overall, it's quite a good game. I love it. Uh, if I'd 100% it again, I would love to 100% it again. But that final boss really left me a very bad taste. And I think this is Dragon Guard. I think it's like subsidiary in the same universe of Nier or whatever. So yeah, weird game overall, but I really loved it. And as well, I like my shakes in video games. So I really love Zero. And there was a very beautiful Japanese collector's edition. I regret not getting that because I like the white orchid flower of that special edition packaging. So yeah, this is a very good game. Maybe on the rarer side these days. When was this released? 2000 and what? Wow, 2014. Wow. And of course, getting to the end of my hack and slash collection. Okay, I'll leave the best for last. Because after I mention this series, you'll know what's coming up after that. So, I have the Castlevania Lords of Shadows 1 and 2. Here's the first one and here's the second one. Now, as far as the first one goes, the first one is so amazing. Level design is so amazing. The story, the romantic aspect of it was really amazing. I think it did not get that much love it deserves because it got hammered compared to God of War. Which, yes, even at that time I said, oh man, this game is, what the fuck is Konami's doing? This is it's a copy of God of War. Even I said that at that time. But after playing it and gotten the platinum, whew, I'm definitely proud of getting the platinum on this game. It's amazing. Level design, the adventure, the way to get to the end and everything, and the backtracking to get some of the unlockables and hidden secrets or whatever. Combat is really good. This is a really 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 good game from start to finish. And if you've seen my hack and slash collection, this is a must. You must have this, the first game. Now, this game. This game. The hype, I was even part of the hype train that after the first game, the story and the ending, I said I cannot wait to play the second game. Now the second game, no. No, I prefer the first one over the second one. Level wise, level design, and the world aspect of this game, this neo gothic style of this game, I did not like it very much. And the stealth sections, not a big fan. I'll stick to Metal Gear Siphon Filter and what's Sam Fisher's game, Splinter Cell. I'll stick to those games, thank you. So, level design wise, no, not that very much. Stealth section, no. Story wise, a bit disappointing by the end, honestly. There are some cool moments. There are some cool moments in this game, but overall, it was a bit let down. And I think there is a development hell that's gone with this game. I think I remember I read an article about two people who were working at the development team of this game. They said that the director of this game, they there was a big problem internally with the team. That's why it reflected on the end product, sadly. Combat wise, combat wise, this is so much better than the first game, combat wise. But in the main game, as you explore the levels and such, you will not see that. When you, especially I 100% and got the platinum, when you get to the arena sections, it will only show how good the combat of this game is. So amazing, so much better than the first one by a long shot. But it will not be reflected normally by normal level gameplay. It only shows off how good the combat of this game is in the arena or the battle section, because there are trophies for completing every section of the battle arena and such. But sadly, overall, I still prefer the first game. Much better than the second game. Well, now I said I've left the best for last. And of course, you know what's coming. It's the God of War series. Oh, how I love Kratos. The God of War series. Here I have the collection that has 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and the download code for Ghost of Sparta and Chain of Olympus. Now, there's a warning that I must say. If you find this game brand new, sealed, as of today, 2025, I think that the codes for Chain of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, I think they've expired long ago. So sadly, even if you find this sealed, I think those codes do not work anymore. So if you get this, you'll have to play, at least you'll have God of War 1, 2, and 3, which is not bad for the PlayStation 3 overall, but they haven't re-released it yet, even though God of War 3 got a PS4 remaster, but not 1 and 2 yet. And I have to say, God of War 2, personally, it's the strongest and best one that I played. Yes, sure, God of War 3 still looks beautiful as ever, but it is shorter than God of War 2. God of War 1, because it's an early 2000s game, there's some sections that can be a bit tricky because Kratos is a bit heavier, the combat still is not refined, so yeah. But overall, I love the series. Who doesn't love God of War? Speaking of God of War, why not get the PSP remasters as well on PS3? I mean, why not? Because I like to have a good collection, and even though I played those from the digital that I got from the code from here, from this game, I said to myself, why not have them physically as well? Doesn't harm myself nor my wallet to have them so I can play them. Never had them on the PSP, And when I learned that there's a remaster of these, I said, heck, why not? I'll get them. And this one, at the beginning, it feels like something in between, but I think it was. Was this before God of War 1? Or after God of War 1, something like that? God of War Ascension. Now, I think it's kind of on the wayside. Nobody mentions this game currently. But overall, it wasn't really that bad. I loved it because at that time when I got these and got into the God of War saga, I said, and I was really into Kratos and everything. I said, hey, why not? I'll get this game and play it. It's good. It's not bad. Definitely not as good as the saga, but it's worthwhile. It's good. So that completes my hack and slash collection. Not bad, eh? For a hack and slash collection that I have. Let me put these on the side, because now I'm gonna explain to you folks my horror slash survivor horror collection. Bear with me. Don't fall. Alright. Where should I start? Because for my horror collection, it's separated into two. The Capcom side and non-Capcom side. Let's start with the non-Capcom side. So right here, I have Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Black Water, and Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I have those still sealed. Haven't opened them yet. I'm trying to get into the Fatal Frame series. So yeah, and I think Fatal Frame 2 got a recent remake, same as Silent Hill 2 remake, so that's really good. If you're wondering, this is the Asian version. I got this from Play Asia, because if you notice, this is not an American or European version. This is in fact an Asian version from Play Asia for both Fatal Frame games. And yes, both have PS5 upgrade, which is really nice. So I'm looking forward to play them in the future soon. What's next? Here's a series that I need to get more time, give myself more time into, which is the Last of Us series. Now, I've played the first one, and I got the platinum for it. Oh my god, the online was so brutal. I could not do it alone. But yeah, got the platinum for this game. Of course, it's one of the most dramatic games of all time, story-wise, gameplay. The survival aspect of it is very nice. Here I have the remaster, which is now I'm quite confused. I think they have this, a remaster of this, the remaster of the second. I'm those multiple re-releases that they've done recently is confusing me. They're definitely milking it way much than it should be. It's the same thing for Horizon series. Alright, up next, oh, this series. Oh my god, Shinji Mikami. Ah, Shinji, how I miss you very much. We're talking Evil Within 1 and 2. Now, since I'm a big fan of Shinji Mikami and Resident Evil, I had to get these two games. So, platinum in this game. This game, control-wise, Sebastian, I think he feels a bit stiff in this game. Now, you can stealth some sections, but I swear to you, when I tried to beat this in Akuma mode, it was one of the most hellish experience in a survival horror game that I've ever done. Besides Dead Space 2 hardcore mode, which I'm gonna get into next. And what's the hardest level, in my opinion, for Akuma mode? It's the church chapter. I think it was chapter 5 or 6 in Evil Within 1. But yeah, very twisty, very crazy. The idea of this game, the horror aspect of it is amazing. I love it very much. Gameplay wise, maybe when you play it, Sebastian feels quite stiff. I think they did it on purpose that they made Sebastian weak in this game. But honestly, that was a big mistake. It made the game way harder than it should be. But if you're a Survivor horror fan and a Shinji Mikami fan just like myself, of course you're gonna get it. Now, this game, the second game. Now, this game is super amazing compared to the first one, because the first one is more of a straightforward experience, but this game, the level design of it, and you can, just like I did, you can stealth most of the game, which is the best way that you can deal with most of the enemies on the harder difficulties. So I love this game. I like the story, the characters, and the twists as well. The bosses on both games were amazing, by the way, but the second one, they really upped the ante. So kind of sad why they haven't did a third one, maybe not with Sebastian, but they could. What was his companion? Joseph? They could have done another game with Joseph after this game. But yeah, if you're a horror fan, if you're decided between this game or the first one, I'd say get this game. Yeah, if you only need one of them, get this game. My personal opinion, I love this game more. The stealth aspect of it on killing the enemies is much better, much more dynamic. Weapons and enemies and how they react is much better. It was overall a much better experience, and I think this was, yeah, Bethesda. I think it's published by Bethesda. So yeah, this is some good shit right there. Alright, one of my personal horror series is that, oh my god, how I missed this series so much. We're talking about the Dead Space series. Dead Space 1, which is still one of the best cover in a survival horror game. I think even the Xbox 360 of this cover looks even better. But yeah, man, the first game, and I know they did a remake. I haven't played the remake yet. I'm so disappointed that they did a remake before they even finished the story after the third one. Well, I'll get into that, but the Ishimura levels for Dead Space 1 is one of the most genius, most beautiful, most fulfilling, exploring in a horror game ever since Resident Evil 1's mansion. Yeah. Am I missing something? Cold Fear on PS2 wasn't that bad, even though it's on a derelict shipping container ship. But yeah, the Ishimura provided as the main levels of Dead Space 1 is one of the best things I've ever played. The section, the bio section, the plantation section, everything. The main command center or whatever. Yeah, this game is amazing. Even the bosses. Platinum wise, it wasn't that bad, but yes, the turret boss was annoying on what was the hardest difficulty? Impossible? I forgot what was the hardest difficulty. So yeah, and now we'll get into the sequel, which is one of the best sequels to a horror game ever, which is Dead Space 2. They really, really up the ante. And I even liked the trailer by Smashing Pumpkin. Oh my god, that was a good trailer. So yeah, it's a very strong sequel. Level design, it's more linear. There's some backtracking segments, but overall it's a much deadlier, much brutal, crazier story. And I know Isaac can talk here, and I prefer Isaac's voice in the original trilogy. Even the looks of Isaac in the remake, I didn't like. It's like they brought someone from the 1950s with good looks, Hollywood aspects, and made him the main character. But Isaac in the main trilogy, he looks like a normal dude that we can relate to. And even I really liked his original voice in the original trilogy, not so much. And why does Nicole in the remake looks older? Huh. But yeah, definitely one of the best horror game sequels of all time. Like if you're gonna say like Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 2, um, Dead Space 1 to Dead Space 2, definitely one of the pinnacle of horror games. Now, for the third one, of course, since I love Dead Space very much, now story wise, yes, I even at that time was disappointed on making it more action and less horror, but in all honesty, it's really not that bad, even though there's a lot of microtransactions and a bit of a grind to get the best setup so you can murder all of the monsters. Story and character wise, and the twist by the end is quite shocking actually. I'm so sad. I think EA, they shut down the studio who made this visceral games. They shut down the studio and we never got the ending when they got to Earth, and probably ended the marker by then, or maybe the whole world went to shit. But which I think by that time at the ending of this game, I think that's what happened. But they could have made a fourth and final game, but sadly, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. And I'm surprised if it's been like more than a year ever since the remake of the first game, and they did not go with the remake of the second game, so we can get to the third game and maybe they would continue it from there. But I think EA wasn't satisfied by how much it sold or whatever, so it's kind of sad. It's one of those horror games that really missed the mark, and I think they really went to being more actiony far sooner than what they think, because on of course on the PS3 days everything has to sell, everything has to be as action oriented, just like Call of Duty. Call of Duty ruined a lot of games, especially Resident Evil 5, which I'm gonna get into. So next on my list is Shadows of the Damned. Of course, this is a collaboration by I think Shinji Mikami, Suda51, and the director for Silent Hill. So it's not bad. Like if you like Resident Evil 4, you probably get into it. Of course, it has a they did a remaster, but the physicals, I think it was only done by limited run, which I have. I'm gonna show it off later, but yeah, this game is not so bad actually. Garcia is really a cool character in this game. Story wise, it's fun. It's that you don't have to take it too seriously, but it was some good fun. What was the main devil's name in this game? I forgot. I haven't played this in a long while. Fleming. I think the devil's name was Fleming in this game. So yeah, not bad actually. Definitely, if you're into survival horror, you should add it, or at least play the recent remaster of this game. All right. Next will be, what do I have left? I can say this is the Silent Hillish aspect of my collection. So yeah, I have Silent Hill collection. I'm more of a Resident Evil type of survival horror gamer, but I get into Silent Hill whenever I can. I have this is the Silent Hill collection on PS3, which has both 2 and 3. Now 3 in this collection is really quite good. I had fun with it. But Silent Hill 2, there was a big issue by who did this? Blue Point? This was done by Blue Point, right? Right? But yeah, so Silent Hill 2, this edition had not really good. It's so dark. I'm not sure why this Silent Hill 2 is so dark when you play it on PS3. I know there's a big batch for it, but still it's not as what you could say if you play it originally on the PS2. And of course by now there you have the remake, so you'll have a better experience there, but I'm surprised why they haven't done Silent Hill 3 yet. I'm not sure if they're gonna remake it, even though the new director, he said he's not willing to do remakes, but more new stuff to the series. I haven't gotten Silent Hill F yet. My friend is playing it, so by his recommendation, maybe I'll play it later. Why do I have this sealed? I used to have an open copy, but I sold it, so I'm keeping this one sealed. I platinum Silent Hill 3, but I haven't platinum Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 Platinum for PS3 is one of those one of the hardest survival horror games on PS3. I'm not sure if I'm gonna say that I gave up on it, but I lost interest. I had much more games to finish, so I haven't gotten back into it. But experiencing Silent Hill 2 for the first time in this collection was quite something. It really affected me mentally, so maybe I'll get into the remake in the near future. Also, there's this Silent Hill Homecoming. It doesn't have trophies, but at least you can play it just for the heck of it. It's okay-ish. I played it once and I never played it again, but again, I used to have an open copy, but I sold it and I'm keeping this brand new one sealed just for my collection. Same thing with this one. Silent Hill Downpour. Now I haven't completed it 100% yet, but this is one of those quite expensive games that's been collaborating between collectors for a couple of years now, so I'm not giving up on this one. I'm gonna keep it even after I 100% it. I like the combat of this one compared to the other Silent Hill games. Even the story is quite. I like the main guy of this game. I haven't played this for a while actually. So yeah, definitely one of my prides in my collection. Sadly, I would love to have Splatterhouse in my collection, which has gotten up there in price for more than 3 years now, so who knows, maybe one of these days I'm gonna try and hunt it down. Speaking of Silent Hill, I have Siren Blood Curse. This has been getting a little fancy with the collectors recently, maybe more than 2 years now. I think did they delist this on PS3? I do know. I think they released it on PS4. I think, yeah. I did play the demo of this one first, and it is quite shocking on the horror aspect of it. The Japanese, they do know how to do horror games. Simple as that. Even I grow up with American horror movies, which is why I got into horror games. But the Japanese, they know how to do horror games justice. So yeah, I played it once and I never played it again. Maybe I'll have a run for it later. Now here's a game that a friend recommended to me. I never thought much about it, but shockingly, it turned out to be quite an amazing game, which is Deadly Premonition. Premonition? Premonition, yeah, I spelled it correctly. So, yeah. A lot of people, I haven't watched a TV series called Twin Peaks, but a lot of people are saying they're comparing this game with that TV series. It has a very cult following. Haven't watched it, but this game, it might have some primitive aspects to it, to the shooting and control mechanics, gameplay wise, even the driving. But character interaction, when you try to, because I platinumed this as well, there is, you have to have all of the interactions with all of the town folks. The interaction with the town folks in this game, it really feels like you're watching a TV series. It's like they've done it like you feel like you're talking to actual people. Like, that's what I remember fondly in this game. Story wise, it might drop itself here and there, but the characters and how you interact with them and find out more about them is the most beautiful thing in this game, which is why I love it, and I'm gonna keep it, and I'm not gonna sell it, not gonna trade it. I'm gonna keep it just for the hell of it. So this is the non-Capcom side of things regarding my horror collection. Next up, you cannot say survival horror without Capcom games, can I? Let me pull that there and bring the Capcom games over here. Alright, final part of my survival horror collection. Let's start off with Onimusha. I still have it sealed. Why? Because I'm still playing it on PS2, so I can memorize the whole game, because when I get into platinum in this game, I have a more the in and outs of the game, because it does feel like it is a Resident Evil 1-ish type of game with the castle segments with Samanosuke. But yeah, surprised, this has been a long time. When was this released? 2019. Now they recently released Onimusha 2 Remastered. Now here's the thing, on PlayAsia, there were pre-orders for physicals of Onimusha 2, but then all of a sudden, like a week and a half later, they removed it. I'm not sure Capcom, they decided they didn't want to do physical of Onimusha 2 anymore, which is sad because I really love Jubei and his story arc of the Onimusha series. Now I did play Onimushas 1, 2, 3, and 4 on PS2. I did not play that Smash fighting type Onimusha game. Didn't care for it at that time, but turns out when I watched some of the videos on people who actually played it and fully completed it, it's really quite something. I did not expect it to be that quite deep of a game. It isn't just a shallow fighting game, which is what I thought at that time. There wasn't YouTube at that time, so I didn't know any better. So yeah. So Onimusha 1. Glad that I have it. One day I'll open it and play it. Maybe I'll share it in my channel. in the near future, because I will play Onimusha 2 remaster at some point. And I hope they will later release Onimusha 3 because that action on the third game is so good. So yeah, hopefully we'll see more. Oh yes, and the new Onimusha that plays like Dark Souls ish, like. Can't wait for that as well. It's gonna be quite an awesome new experience. What they should have done that whenever the first Neo game came out, they should have came out at that time with that new Onimusha idea. It took them that long, but I think maybe Ghost of Sekiro, not Sekiro, Sekiro and Ghost of what? I think I haven't played it yet. Ghost of Tsushima. I think with the newfound for love for samurai-ish type of games, maybe that by that time Capcom pulled the plug, or should I say pulled the trigger on making a new Onimusha game. So next that I have is Resident Evil 7, which you will find most of my Resident Evil games on my YouTube channel. If it's my survival horror playlist, you'll see my Resident Evil games playthroughs. Now this game, at the beginning I did not like it when they decided to go first person compared to like what we had got adjusted with the third person horror or semi horror aspect of Resident Evil for the couple of years back, but I I was part of those fans who said they completely ruined it by making it first person. Then, when I got into it and I played it from start to finish and I even platinum it, even the DLCs, oh my god, that Blackjack Poker DLC was brutal. Man, the AI can be a bullshit at times. So, yeah, in my honest opinion, Resident Evil 7, and I think it was, yeah, Resident Evil Biohazard, and in Japan it's called Biohazard Resident Evil, which is really funny. But yeah, this is one of the best Resident Evil games that I've ever played. And the first person aspect really got me into the mood of the level and the environment and the aspect level design of the game. It's really good. Story wise, it's a fresh new idea with all of the Waco family in Louisiana, of all places. Yep, gonna get me hunting down some alligator there, boy. Yeah, that type of thing. Overall, it's a super amazing game. You can watch my channel. I played it fully from start to end and some of the DLCs as well. Definitely. I have Resident Evil 8 Village, but I haven't played it yet. And I have Resident Evil 4 Remake, but I haven't played it yet because I'm busy with platinuming other games, for sure, as I explained at the beginning. But yeah, I'll get into them eventually. And Resident Evil 7 is probably one of the left field experiences that I've never expected that I would love. Even with Ethan's arc, I'll see with Resident Evil 8 when I get into it how that plays out. Alright, now Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake. Now, Resident Evil 2 Remake. This is probably shockingly, even for myself, one of the best Resident Evil remakes of all time. Me personally, Resident Evil 1 Remake on GameCube, for the longest time, that was my best number one Resident Evil of all time. When they made this, man, best Resident Evil remake so far. I have 4 remake, but I haven't played it yet. But I played it at a friend's house at the beginning, at the village section, and it is a way different experience, harder experience. But speaking of Resident Evil 2, in my opinion, until now, it is the best Resident Evil that I've played, and one of the best remakes of all time, and the best Resident Evil remake I ever played. So very worthwhile, very worthwhile. And it gave us more hope as us Resident Evil fans that Capcom really showed some love for the series, which sadly they did not give much love and time for this game. Now, Resident Evil 3 on PS1, it was my first survival horror experience, my first Resident Evil game. I wouldn't have been a gamer if it wasn't for Resident Evil, so heck, what do I even call myself Death Wish? Because I love survival horror games, and it's thanks to Resident Evil. Now, even on the PS1, some people are saying, even at that time, Resident Evil 3 is not as good as Resident Evil 2, even on PS1. Honestly, I think Resident Evil Code Veronica is a much stronger game overall than Resident Evil 3, but I love Jill Valentine so much. She's my number one favorite character in the Resident Evil series. This game, it feels rushed. They could have done much better. I did not fucking care for the online mode that came with this game. Never played it, never touched it, never cared about it, didn't ask for it, never wanted it. So I never played it. I think they shut it down. Was it this one or the one before? I don't care. I never got into those half-assed online games that they added with the remake of 2 and 3. Story-wise, again, they really rushed this game overall. Nemesis is not good. Mr. X, on the other hand, and Resident Evil 2 remake, I still fear him. The AI for Mr. X in the 2 remake, one of the best AIs that I've ever experienced. So good. It really makes Resident Evil 2 a whole different monster. Now, if you're talking about the PS1 days, Nemesis on PS1 was one of the scariest villain monsters of all time, in my opinion. So Nemesis in this game is just trash. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. No, and I never feared Nemesis that much. Yes, he might annoy me, but I never feared him. Not like the PS1 game. Mr. X put fear into me when I played Resident Evil 2 Remake. I had a fun time platinuming this game. It's very straightforward and sadly forgettable. Like right now, which one would I put on the PS4 right now and play? Would be Resident Evil 2 Remake, because that's a much more rewarding and a better experience. Where this one is just, it's fun, it's good, but they really sadly dropped the ball on this game. Maybe the only saving grace is it has a very good cover. But yeah, they really missed the ball on the third remake, sadly. Which is the opposite when they did the remake of 4. I have it sealed. I haven't opened it yet. Now, I played it at a friend's house and I really loved it. It's much harder because I played Resident Evil 4 to death. Maybe I completed it more than 20-ish times. So I know that game from the back of my head. But when I played this at a friend's house, it's a very much different experience. It's a whole new monster. I'm not sure by the end, will this be, in my opinion, a better remake than Resident Evil 2 Remake? I'll have to find out and see, and then I'll have to give my opinion on it. But I know for sure this is a very solid remake. Like, they upped the ante. Of course, they milked Resident Evil 4 to death. They released it so many times. In my opinion, if you want to have the best Resident Evil 4 experience, I personally recommend the Wii edition. which I have the Resident Evil collection for Wii and GameCube, and Resident Evil 4 on the Wii is one of the best Resident Evil 4s that I ever played. Until I'll play this somewhere down the line. But yes, I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's super good. It's super enjoyable, and a whole new challenge. I know that for sure. So, and it has the Separate Ways DLCs. With also, I played it at my friends, and it was really good. I really loved the Separate Ways section with Ada on the remake. What do I have next is the Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Code Veronica collection for PS3. Now for the physical, I think it's only for the Asian market. This is the Japanese. Yes, it even says on the back for Japan only. Now on PS3, I do have Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Code Veronica HD digital on my PS3. But I got this collection because I wanted them in a physical aspect, and since it's a double pack, it's really cool. The only thing that I'm missing because I don't have a PS3 gun is the Resident Evil Umbrella and Darkside Chronicles, which I have them on the Wii, and I still have the Zapper. But and now that collection is kind of hard to come by, the Umbrella and Darkside Chronicles on PS3. And I think physically it was an Asian Japanese only thing as well. So I do love Code Veronica more than 4, even though Resident Evil 4 is the second Resident Evil that I've played after 3. But Code Veronica, okay, maybe now it's aged now, and it deserves a remake in my opinion. They should have gone into a remake of Code Veronica more than 4, but of course, being Capcom, they know 4 they will generate more money instantly with it, business wise. But I was looking forward for remake of Code Veronica more, and I'm still waiting for a remake of Code Veronica 4. So yeah, this is a very cool collection to have. Next is the actual Resident Evil 4, the HD edition for PS4. I have it sealed because I have it digitally on my PS4, so I'm keeping this sealed for my collection. It's Resident Evil 4. What more can I say? Everybody played it. It's been in everywhere. It's been on mobiles. It's been on everything by now, almost everything. So yeah, I'm not gonna explain Resident Evil 4, but probably one of the best GameCube games at that time, one of the best PS2 games at that time, at that generation. It was the best edition that I've played on the Wii, still to this day. The PS4 edition, it was really good when I played it. I had fun with it as always, and I'm looking forward to get into the remake sooner than later, but of course, can't go wrong with this game. Oh, now here's a sub-series of Resident Evil that I love so much, which is the Revelations series. Here I have Revelations 2, PS3 and PS4. Why? Because I got the platinum on both PS3 and PS4 and the Vita. So yeah, the Revelations sub-series is one of the best Resident Evils that I ever experienced in my opinion. They should get more love than they need to. Revelations 2 is a much more dynamic experience, though it's a more episodic type of deal, but it plays dynamically much better than the first one. Invisible enemy mode, you can check my channel of my gameplay of how I got the platinum for Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. But yeah, I highly recommend the Revelation series. This is Revelations 2, and Revelations 1 is not too far behind. Again, platinumed both on PS3 and PS4. Now, level wise, I prefer the first game more because it takes on the ship, and just like the Ishimura on Dead Space, you feel that the whole game is centered around a big type of level that connects to each other that really makes the environment much more lively and much more enjoyable to play and explore, which is why I prefer level wise, I prefer this game than Revelations 2. But Revelations 2 gameplay, I prefer it more than Revelations 1 because it feels much more dynamic. But it kind of like this is like a modern classic Resident Evil experience. You'll love it. And since it has Jill, she's my favorite character, so can't go wrong with that. But yeah, both Revelation series is just it's just like both it's just so awesome. On the final stretches of my collection, we have Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0. This is the collection for the PS4. They haven't done a PS5 edition, separate edition, but yeah, you can pop this on the PS5 no problem anyway. So unless if you're like me who likes more trophies, I'll definitely get the platinum for both of them again on PS5 if they ever did so. So of course, Resident Evil 0 is the prequel of the Spencer Mansion incident. I really loved Rebecca that they gave her a main role. And Billy, oh my god. You can just leave Rebecca in the main hall and give her any unwanted items to her and just play the whole game with Billy. That's what I usually do because Billy really he's a tank. He really takes so many hits. He's like he's like a superhuman of some sort in this game. And of course, Resident Evil 1 remake, maybe the second best remake after Resident Evil 2 remake, but the Spencer Mansion incident in the remake is so beautiful, it's so nice. Even to this day, I'll have some enjoyments playing this game, whether it's on PS3, PS4, or even the GameCube. I love playing it on the GameCube as well, so not bad. And they usually go for cheap nowadays, even digitally, so you cannot go wrong with the classic Resident Evils. And I do also have the physical editions of Remake and Zero on PS3. And this is also a Japanese only release, but I got them for my collection because I love them so much. Can't go wrong with that, now can I? And the very last bottom of the barrel that I have on my horror game collection is this game, Operation Raccoon City. Now comparing this to Umbrella Corp, which is one of the shittiest games that I've ever seen. Never touched it. It's so bad, so repetitive, so uninspiring to play when I saw gameplay of it. Like even if I was gonna play it and 100% it was if I did that, it was gonna be torture. It's not that fun. Comparing to this game, now this is an actual game in comparison to that. I mean, even at that time, it got criticism, and I was one of those Resident Evil fans that criticized it. But it was not bad. It's good. The DLC of this one is good. I'm not sure if it's still up there, or did they remove the DLC on the PlayStation Store? But yeah. Overall, it was a fun experience. Maybe the hardest level that I played in professional mode in this game it was level 5. I think the one that has the hunters. I'm not sure why, but the hunters, they feel like they're bulletproof in this game. It's like they take so much damage only by using the flamethrower. Only by using the flamethrower. If you play that level on professional to get the platinum, that's one of the hardest level. And for the final mission, of course, you have to side with Leon, because Leon with the Magnum on professional, he can wipe you in seconds, milliseconds. I'm not exaggerating. So yeah, overall, it's looking fun back to this game. It wasn't really that bad compared to Umbrella Corp. So yeah, that's, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's what I have for my. Oh, I still have something. I forgot about those. Regard, I have this Onichi Ambaro. I haven't played this yet, and I know there's an Origin game which is hard to come by recently, but I need to finish this game first. I never played this on the Wii. I think it had more love on the Wii and the Xbox 360 back on the day. But as far as this game goes, it's in my backlog. I'm sure I'm gonna have some enjoyment out of it. Of course, I like my shicks and my hack and slash games, so it's up in my alley. So I'm looking forward to play this game. Then maybe I'll hunt down the origin of this game. And heck, maybe I'll get the Wii edition when I hunt it down. And as for Resident Evil, this is what I have, the collector's edition box of 5. I don't know why you people hate Shiva. I love Shiva. She's beautiful, she's strong. I'm not sure why, even by that time, people are complaining about her AI. But for me, just give her the automatic sniper rifle and just stop complaining after that. She's a beautiful character. I love her so much. Okay, the final parts of my collection. Ouch. Here's what came with the Resident Evil 5 Collector's Edition. The very cool steelbook, actually. Here's Chris and Shiva. Of course, being a Resident Evil freak, I have Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition for PS3 and PS4, since I'm a Resident Evil freak anyway. So Lost in Nightmares was really good. I really love it. And Desperate Struggle with Jill and Josh. On professional, it was very tough, especially when you get by the end of that building on the roof and you have to survive. It's very tight on professional. So yeah, maybe they're on par on getting a remake very soon as far as rumors go. And besides Resident Evil Requiem, which of course we saw the trailers, and the girl, the girl is the daughter of Elisa Ashcroft. So we're gonna see how that is gonna play out. That's quite a something out of left field that we did not expect. So, but yeah, we'll see how they'll do a remake. If they're gonna fix and do this game justice, if they're gonna fix it, will they add back Barry Burton into it? I hope so. We'll see. And okay, I promise you, this is the last thing that I have. Resident Evil 6, PS3 and PS4. Okay, now this game, story-wise is crazy. Like, you have horror with Leon and Helena, and the Call of Duty-ish campaign with Chris and Pierce. Sorry, it's been a while. And of course, we have the action adventure with Sherry and what was it? Jake Whisker. Yeah. Of course, being a pure survival horror fan, I preferred Leon's campaign. It was so good, even though that shark boss was just like way over. But overall, it was a very good experience. I only find enjoyment even when you play him co-op. Like right now, if you're gonna tell me pop in Resident Evil 6 to play it, I'll play it with a co-op friend or people who needs help online so they can get the platinum. Yes, I'll pop in that game to play it. But as far as solo goes, no, I don't think I'll ever touch Resident Evil 6 again by myself. But co-op is so fun, regardless. Even Resident Evil 5, the best experience, excuse me, for Resident Evil 5 if you play it in co-op with a friend. Alright, so this is what I have regarding my survival horror and hack and slash collection. This is what I currently have. Later on, I'll explain my Square Enix RPG collection and Bandai Namco, that's one collection. And here I have the other RPG collection, and I'm gonna show another video regarding my fighting game collection because I am a fighting game fan at heart. I'm not too pro, but I just love fighting games. I'm not Maximilian Dude, but I love me some fighting games. Maximilian Dude is very cool though. And I'll show off. I need to explain some of my new anime collection that I acquired from Disco Tech Media and OCD Media. Anime Ego OCD Media. And yeah, I did get a couple of new animes that I need to watch later. And as far as my Nandroids collection goes, I have those three new in my collection. Here's a quick overview. This is my PS2 section here. I'll show my collection later. Behind them, there's some PS1 and PS2 games. Here is my 3DS, DS, and 3DS collection. Here's my Shantae corner. Here I have the other RPGs and fighting games behind. This is just a section of games that I put here. And here is my Nintendo section. Here I have my Wii U and GameCube games. And say hello to Kirby. I just recently got them. The Beam Kirby and the Ice Kirby. The Ice Kirby is so good. I love it. And I recently got this for my father, the Atari Pac-Man edition, which is really cool. I hooked it up for him and he plays it. So yeah. Currently I'm playing on my PS4 and I also got a Switch Zelda edition, the OLED model. I'm playing it as well. And I'm still enjoying my my light version of the Switch, which this one I play Pokemon for the most part. And yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. This is one part of my collection, and I'm gonna share other collections that I have when I have free time and when I'm organizing my room. So next time, oh yeah, I have a couple of Switch games. If you haven't noticed, no, not too shabby of a collection. Most of them are limited run, and here I have some of the limited run games. I stack them up in this corner. I'm gonna show it off later. And of course, I am a rhythm gamer at heart. So I have rhythm games as well, Rock Band and Guitar Hero. And sadly, recently, some of the songs for Rock Band 4 has been delisting, which I play Rock Band 4 from time to time. I really love the Riff Master. This is the the PlayStation edition. It's really good. The guitar is really good. I do have the OG Guitar Hero 3 controller, but I'm trying not to go too hard on it because, of course, they get very expensive and they're very hard to find. So I usually play on Rock Band 4, which the game has been, I think, has been delisted, and the songs, as we speak, are getting delisted, which is really sad. But just like racing games, just like any games that has licenses, there is a time of them that they will go away. So, which is sad because the rhythm gaming scene is getting pumped up again after all these years, and now Rock Band 4 songs are going away. Not sure if they're gonna do a new game for the next generation or at the end of this generation. We don't know yet, but yeah, that's the gist of it. And I'm still proud of my Shantae collection. All of those are limited run ones. Oh yeah, and I have my own amiibos collection as well. I should get that Rosalina storybook, which came with Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 collection, and I think it's a Nintendo online thing. I'm not sure, but whatever. Alright, so that's it for now. I'm gonna keep you up. I'm gonna keep updated regarding my channel, regarding my content. And sorry, I haven't posted any new game series to add to my channel because, like I said, I was busy platinuming a lot of games, especially that has grinding online requirements. So yeah. What am I watching currently? When I get bored, I'm watching Ranma. I love Ranma, especially girl Ranma and Akane-chan. I love her so much. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll keep you guys and girls updated on whatever collection that I have next. And I'll catch you all on the next time. See you. Catch you later.